you guys are all very interested to know, so let's start with our product segmentations. I know some of you are very familiar with the ROG motherboards already, so we have different products, different ROG motherboards for different segmentations. On the top, we have the Extreme. They are for the overclockers and enthusiasts, and they are looking for the best performance. Second, we have the Formula, and the Formula comes with the ROG Armor and also with the cross-chill thermal design, which combines air cooling and water cooling in the same platform. And we have the Hero and Ranger. They are our mainstream gaming motherboards. And we have the Gene and the Impact. They are the small form factor gaming motherboards for the micro ATX and mini ATX. Last year, in some countries, we started to sell the Z170 Pro Gamer motherboard. And you might be wondering, like, what's the difference between the ROG and the Pro Gamers? Well, we know a lot of the gamers, they really appreciate the ROG motherboard features. Such as in the hardware, we have the Spring FX, and in the software, we have the network optimization software called the GameFirst, and also in audio, we have the Sony Radar. So, but a lot of the entry-level gamers, they can't really afford to buy an ROG motherboard. And that is why we introduced this entry-level, the Pro Gamer motherboards. This year, we decided to make the Pro Gamer motherboards even larger. So we decided to rename it from Gamer to Gaming. And since it's a whole new series, meaning that there will be more than one motherboard for the Pro Gaming series motherboard. So that's the Pro Gaming. And let's take a closer look at the motherboards. So here are the 4 motherboards that will be introduced for the Z170 series. Extreme, Hero, Gene, and Ranger. So I know a lot of you are very familiar with ROG motherboards for many years. Can you spot any difference this year in terms of the motherboard and in terms of our design overall? Let's take a closer look at the top left corner at the ROG logo. We actually asked our designers at the Asus Design Center to make something new for our brand. So they polished the logo a little bit so it looks more shiny, as you can tell. And also the font, Republic of Gamers. If you look at the font closely, it looks quite different, right? Well, back in the past, we used Square 721 for our Republic of Gamer names. But this year, we asked them to customize a whole new font for our. And another reason, not the primary reason, but when people talk about gaming motherboards, no matter whether it's Asus or other brands or competitors, all the gaming motherboards are in red and black now. And ROG was the one who started red and black. So we asked our designers, we wanted something new. And so they gave us a new approach to remove the red and have it a new look. So, and for the Pro Gaming motherboards, there will be 2 models ready in August. The standard ATX and the mini ATX motherboards. But since our time is very limited today, so I'll be focusing more on the ROG boards. And we will have these 2 motherboards on the static display after the seminar. And so here's our timetable. In the launch of the Z170 chipsets, we will have 4 ROG motherboards ready and 2 Pro Gaming motherboards. So let's take a closer look at the Extreme motherboard. Here are the 2D picture of the Extreme motherboard. On the left-hand side, over at the top, we have the new Extreme Engine Digi Plus power solution. In the previous section, Engine and Albert introduced, we have a brand new CPU architecture. So we have a new power solution for it. Going down the list, we have USB 3.1. Every ROG motherboard will have 3.1 USB 3.1 ports on board. And going down the list, we have a Spring FX 2015 audio solution. This year, we optimized the front panel path, and I'll talk more detail about it in the next few slides. On the right-hand side, over at the top, we have the OC zone for the Extreme motherboard, of course. And last year, in the Rampage 5 Extreme, we introduced two functions for the overclocking: the retry button and the safe boot button. On the Maximus VIII Extreme, it's going to have these two buttons as well. And going down the list, I think someone asked earlier about the Pro Clock from the last section. Every ROG motherboard will have the Pro Clock design as well. And going down the list, we have the SATA Express M.2, and also over there in the lower right corner, do you know what that is? That is the U.2 port. So earlier this year in the Sabertooth X99 motherboard, we introduced this add-on card called the Hybrid Kit. It's an add-on card that converts M.2 into mini SAS running at PCIe mode. It's also known as this connector is also known as the FF8639. Last month, Intel decided to rename it to U.2 because they are trying to promote this new interface. So Maximus VIII Extreme is the first Asus consumer motherboard to have this U.2 port on board. This port has been used in workstations for a while, but never been used in the consumer market. So that's a U.2 running at PCIe 3.0 by 4 bandwidth. And also for the M.2, last generation at Z97, the ROG motherboards were running at PCIe 2.0 by 2. Only on the Maximus VII Impact, we have 3.0 by 4. This generation, all of them are running at 3.0 by 4. So that's the speed up to 32 gigabit per second. And we're seeing a lot more M.2 products in the market, so we're supporting more dimensions from 42 millimeter width to 110 millimeter width. And next is the USB 3.1. As I mentioned, like every ROG motherboard will have one Type A and one Type C USB 3.1 ports on board. On the Extreme, there will be 3 Type A and 1 Type C. And 2 of the USB 3.1 ports are from the Intel controllers. And that Intel controller, it was called the Alpine Reach. And it also, as you may know, it also is compatible with the Thunderbolt 3.0. And Thunderbolt 3.0, if you are using an active cable and with a compatible device, it can run up to 40 gigabit per second. So, and also on this Type C, Thunderbolt 3.0 Type C connector, we have power delivery of 36 watts. So, on the fan control, there are 6 different fan headers on 5 controls. 1 for the CPU and 4 for the chassis. And they can be monitored by different temperature points on the motherboard. And also, we are supporting the pump fan that in the last section Andrew mentioned. Also, on every ROG motherboard, we will have the extension fan headers built in. So just in case if some users, they are not happy with the number of fans that they have, they can go ahead and purchase the extension fan headers. And so here's our specifications lineup. As I mentioned earlier, all the ROG motherboards will have SATA Express port. And all of them will have M.2 running at PCIe 3.0 by 4 bandwidth. And all of them will have USB 3.1 on board. So that's the specification.